years since, Iran continued to build up their nuclear program until President Trump called in the military to obliterate it. Today, where we are seeing absolute strength of the U.S. military on full display. You're looking at that. Let's bring in Republican Congressman Chip Roy of Texas. Congressman Roy, decidedly different approaches. Cash transfers to terrorists versus action. Which one do you think works to better effect?
Well, good morning, Kaylee. I mean, first of all, we want to be praying for all of the service members who are in harm's way, who are putting their lives on the line. And it's so critically important what this president is doing to fundamentally change the landscape, the geopolitical landscape across the world. And I don't think people understand how significant what we are seeing actually is. You just walked through the failed policies under Obama and then again under Biden, where we're trying to effectively buy them off and give them cash and assume that somehow they're going to wake up and, do the right thing. And by the way, a lot of that money was coming from unfrozen assets, right? I think $6 billion unfrozen assets out of North Korea, $10 billion in unfrozen assets with respect to Iraq. And so this was a failed regime, failed policy. And now you've got President Trump, who is taking on very specifically with kinetic action, frankly, resetting the landscape by undermining China, undermining Russia, because they're so reliant on oil out of Iran. Let's add to that Maduro and what the president did there. Meanwhile, we have strength in the United States with our ability to produce oil here. And he's sending a very clear signal to the world that it's a new era. It's a new time. That is going to give and breathe life into the people of Iran who want to see reforms. But I think the president is wisely not saying we need to go in and do regime change. He's trying to change the political pressures to force change in Iran. That's the right approach, in my opinion.
Congressman Roy, there's a talking point clearly went out to all of the left. That includes the media. And it's what's the objective? What's the objective? They keep asking over and over. I want to play the objective as articulated by 3 Democratic presidents. Roll the tape.
The United States and I believe all the Western nations have an overriding interest in containing the threat posed by Iran.
I have stated that Iran will never be allowed to obtain a nuclear weapon.
We will not allow Iran to acquire a nuclear weapon.
I mean, you're a member of Congress. Are you unclear about the objective?
Well, not at all. And look, to be clear, the efforts that were undertaken last year with the bunker buster and going out and taking out their ability to produce nuclear weapons was a massive step forward and successful. But they still had capability. They still had the ability to pursue enriched uranium. And there's issues with us being able to go get that and track that down. And right now what we're doing is engaging in the right action to take out their conventional arsenal, to go pursue and take out their nuclear capability, make sure they cannot deploy any nuclear weapons, not just against Israel, but undermining the entire Middle East. As we've seen in this conflict, they've been attacking our allies and friends that are in the Middle East. And that is something that we've seen from this theocratic regime for 5 decades. They've been destabilizing the globe. They've had a stranglehold on oil and gas. They've threatened the Straits of Hormuz for decades. And now you've got the president saying no more, right? I mean, by the actions taken yesterday, we're going to reclaim and we're going to control the flow of tankers through the Straits. We're going to make sure we reset the markets around the globe. We want to open up markets so the entire world can benefit from it. And America will be the big benefactor of it. It's an America first agenda, but it's actually good for our allies. By the way, in going after this, we're going to be weakening Russia, which helps in Ukraine. We're going to be weakening China, which helps throughout the region in dealing with the Taiwan concerns. By going after Maduro, we're reestablishing our footprint in the Western Hemisphere. All of this is to the benefit of the American people and our national security.
Congressman Chip Roy, thank you for joining us.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.